Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today I am cleaning a basement area here. This is a multi-level loop carpet, almost like a Berber olefin, and it's probably around 10 or 15 years old. And as you can see, it's got some significant soiling. This is actually footwear transfer primarily. I did check the gentleman's slippers. He's the one that's mostly down here. And yep, his slippers were a type of a sole that absorbs soils and oils and will transfer off. I take my spotter and put it onto a towel and just rub it on the sole a little bit, and there you go. So they're well aware of that now. So I'm going to clean it and we're going to see how well this goes. I did spray a little bit with Omega Citrus and onto the obvious traffic lanes, and I'm cleaning with a Hug's Hair fiber pad first, pre-scrub, and Nanomax at 2 ounces per gallon. And let's see what happens. I didn't that really obvious staining in the hallway there. I didn't do anything, you know, particularly special other than spraying it with the Omega Citrus. A little bit heavier there, but not much, because I know that the agitation of the fiber pad is going to be more than enough, I expect, to do the job. So once again, somebody on one of the Facebook pages has commented about how rotary machines do tip blooming on carpets, and therefore bad machine because they tip bloom all over the place. And once again, I responded back to that, pointing out that after 27 years of using rotary every day in people's homes, I've cleaned, well, I guess thousands of carpets. I've never tip bloomed a customer's carpet yet. And I know that there are dozens and dozens and dozens of carpet cleaners that are using rotaries on a very regular basis on residential carpeting or commercial, and tip blooming just doesn't happen. It can happen if you are using the pad that can do it is the original really thick loopy cotton pads that were bonnets that were really popular 20-30 years ago. But and the reason is because the cotton that they're made of is very it really grabs onto the yarn. It's a very high friction effect, and especially if you are the type that if you spray the carpet and then go over it with the bonnet, there's a much greater risk of ending up having the carpet get too dry, and that can certainly create the scenario where tip blooming can occur. But with using the right pads, and we have a lot more choices now than we did 30 years ago, that's for sure. So whether it be microfiber or the Ironman cotton, which is a different type of cotton, an Egyptian cotton that has much less grip, much less friction on the yarn. So with being able to choose better pads like the microfiber pads, for example, or the Ironman cotton, it's pretty much impossible to tip bloom unless you, maybe if you ran the machine on the carpet when it was just too dry, but that's operator error for sure. It's not the system. You can certainly tip bloom with OP machines. I have done it. I know that many of you guys that have OP machines are well aware that they can certainly tip bloom certain carpets. So the guy that was commenting and making this claim was making these very bold statements that, well, just simply not true. Is it possible? Yeah, if you're an idiot and you are using the wrong attachments and don't understand what you're doing. But the methodology itself isn't the problem, it's the operator. Always is, right? So this carpet is, I guess he had some protectors down on this carpet. You can see the outlines of them. I'm not sure where he put them. Let's take them into another room, I guess. The steps look pretty bad too. Actually, the steps look worse. The guy has size 14 shoes. So great big feet. He's a large fellow. Used to be a fireman, apparently. In Los Angeles. So I guess they lived in the U.S. for a while. 27 years, I think, his wife told me. And she was an emergency room nurse. So there is wear on this yarn for sure. Many years. So like I said, it's got to be at least 10 years old, this carpet. I'm actually guessing it's more like 15. Maybe I'll ask them before the job is done and I'll put it in the comments. But you can see there's a dulling of the yarn here. The abrasion effect that happens on the yarn. Dulls it off. But the hogtail pad is very, very good at cleaning, scrubbing the yarn, but it won't put the smooth surface back onto the fibers. Nothing will do that, of course. Once the abrasion effect has scoured the surface of the fiber enough, it just won't reflect the light. But I don't know if you can see this as I'm going over it. Because I have a powerful spotlight shining down on the carpet, I can tell where the wear is as opposed to where the soiling is, because a powerful spotlight shining down will make soil look more obvious, and the wear areas, they'll just disappear as it gets washed out by the light. So that's another reason why having a nice powerful LED light on the machine is very helpful. I can tell what's actually happening. I can see stains with this light that sometimes aren't visible until I go over it with the light, and then voila, there they are. That's fairly common to happen, actually. So there I go, plugging away for a light again. So I'm gonna go back over that hallway behind me one more time after I go up this. There's a bit more of a traffic lane over in this direction, a little bit, but there's a bathroom over here. Now they had vacuumed it, but I still vacuumed it anyway, and there here's my push comb. So I just let the machine do its cleaning. It's doing a 360-degree cleaning pass every 3 times per second. So there's a lot of action going on. Apparently the humidifier had leaked. The furnace is right there, by the way. The humidifier had leaked and was part of the problem that was going on right here. Discoloration that was showing, but that's all gone now, as you can see. I assume you can see it. Paint all gone. go around the corner here, into here, just a little bit more. That's the Omega citrus again. Take it easy, nice and slow. Let the machine do its work. 1.5 horsepower. This machine, by the way, it weighs around 80 pounds or 90 pounds, depending how much I have in the tank. And I've got there's probably less than a gallon there now. Actually, about 1.5 gallons is what I started with. So of course a full tank, which I never put a full tank. I think the most I've ever put in here is 3 gallons. It holds 4, but 4 would be ridiculous, because it would literally be right at the top here. Not a good idea. Okay, that looks like it worked. That little extra spray with the Omega citrus, and then a little more pass with the machine. So now, and as you can see, almost all the change that happens on the carpet has happened with the fiber pad. So now I'm going to switch over to the Iron Man, and basically this will be the extraction step with the cotton Iron Man. But basically the soil has been removed from the carpet fiber and is now emulsified in the cleaning solution, which is actually an encapsulating solution anyway. But the Iron Man is going to draw up and transfer the soil into the cotton pad. And by doing it this way, there's no soil washed into the backing of the carpet. If I was to pressure wash this carpet, also called steam cleaning, the effect of the water under pressure, usually 500 pounds per square inch, typically is where most guys, 300 to 500 pounds per square inch, I guess, is where most people have their machine set. But when that water pressure, pressurized water, hot water, not steam, never steam, but when that hot water strikes the carpet fiber, that's where the soil is released or knocked off the carpet fiber by kinetic energy of the water under pressure, driving the soil and whatever into the backing of the carpet, and then the suction of the wand will suck up most of the water and probably most of the soil, but a lot of the soil actually does end up getting into the backing, and then it has a tendency to wick up, and that is exacerbated by the fact that most people who are steam cleaning, or most people who are doing any method, rarely actually pre-vacuum the carpet, and so there's a lot of soil, dust, particulates that are in the carpet fiber that is getting driven into the backing and contributes to rapid resoiling. It is not the proper way to carpet clean, but that is most often how most carpet cleaners do clean. I don't think that any carpet cleaner in my area even carries a vacuum on their van. Because I ask people when they have the carpet cleaned before, over the years, I've asked people now and then, well, when they clean the carpet, they're watching me clean, and I'll say, well, as I'm pre-vacuuming, and I'll say, did the last guy pre-vacuum? And they say, oh no, they never did. And it's just very unusual. People will often comment, oh, you're vacuuming. I already did. Well, that's okay, but I'm going to vacuum anyway, because my vacuum is definitely going to be better than yours, and this is part of our process, it's part of our service. standard operating procedure for Oxy-Dry. And it's the proper way to clean, so that's what we do. Yeah, that looks better. You can barely see any difference there. Of course, there's some light fading going on too in here. You know, where the protectors were and where they're not. There's always going to be some color change over time. Carpets will fade surprisingly fast, even if there's just normal light bulbs. It's just the way it works. They deteriorate over time. I actually thought I wasn't going to need to post vacuum this carpet, but I'm going to, because I can see that it is a little bit the yarn needs that standing up setting in the right, you know, in the same direction. And a little bit of a tussled look. Okay, now I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna do side B, go back out. And not surprisingly, there's not a lot of visible soiling on the pad. I didn't think there would be. Although sometimes when I think that there won't be, some carpets I think it looks pretty good, and then I look at the pad and it's very black. So sometimes you can't tell what's going to happen until you actually clean. So that this machine really lifts the pile. The pile wasn't that badly compressed, but between the fiber pad and the Ironman cotton pad, the yarn is standing right up, and then when I post vacuum it, it'll just all lay the pile in the same direction, and it'll look wonderful. The traffic lanes are gone. Can't see them anymore. They're going to be very, very happy with the way this carpet looks. Gonna go back over to this traffic lane here. It's not very visible, or wasn't very visible, but it's completely gone now. But one extra pass with the side B of the Ironman won't hurt, and it'll just take a few seconds. Looking good, eh? High wear area is pretty much gone now. Looking good. And there we go. All ready to head back upstairs. And then I will be doing the steps, of course. And yeah, they're pretty grubby. So anyway, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.